Hey everybody, welcome to another Joe Zone. Today is going to be short. Dave, he's had a surgery, and I've talked to him, and he's doing well. So he may have to spend a couple of days in the hospital, but all our prayers are out for him and everything. Today we're just going to kind of do a round table kind of discussion. I think John's got a little something put together. Looks like we got Mr. Corey going to be in here with us today. Hello, Corey. How are you?
Hi, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, good. And, of course, we've got Mr. Televiper Rick.
Oh.
And G.I. John. And Corey, Alabama.
Hi, everybody.
Man, I got him today, and I love him, man.
Ow. All right, well, I guess we'll start off with Mr. John there with whatever he's got going on.
All right. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm glad we got 3 people because we'll have to do a little voting. So, you know, we had I don't know, they had the Oscars, the Grammy Awards, and all this. And, you know, every time they have these red carpet deals, one of the things is you have a lot of these celebrities that tend to wear the same outfit, similar outfit. So they always do this who wore it well or who wore it the best. So we're going to have our own little segment of that like that tonight. And I've got 10 couples, 20 different people here that we're gonna look at, and you guys can vote on who wore it the best. All right. and so we're gonna start off simple. You got Tila. I think everybody's familiar with Tila. And I couldn't find my regular Tila head in time, so she got the snake mask on or whatever. But as you can see, she's decked in the white with the little feathery loincloth thing and the gold trim and all that good stuff. Let me see if she'll stand up right. I'll turn her head back there. Okay. And then just like in the original, she was, I mean, basically these were a repaint of each other. So you got, wait a minute, what's she got? Get over here in the picture. Man, my camera's all messed up. I don't know what's going on. So then you got Evil Lynn supporting basically the same outfit, only in dark blue and light blue. And of course, it highlights her yellow skin much better, whereas Tila's kind of highlights her suntan tone skin there. And so thus that's your two choices. So come on, guys, who wore it the best? Let's see if I can get my camera fixed up. What is going on with my camera? I can't get it. This thing's goofy. There we go. Maybe I about got it here now. My camera on my iPad is weird. It don't view straight out. And put that out of the way, Evil Lynn. So let's see. All right. So who wore it well? Tila or Evil Lynn?
I won't go with Tila.
Tila? Okay.
Well, I'm going to go with Tila for the sole fact I have a thing against chicks with jaundice. So.
All right. All right. How about you?
Jaundice people need love too, Corey.
That's true, but.
Okay. What do you say, Rick?
I said
more like smoker skin.
Give me the bad girl every time.
All right.
I knew where Rick was going with that one.
All right. So we got one for Evil Lynn and 2 for Tila. Why my doggone screen is not.
But Rick, the good girls are the best to corrupt, man.
Okay. All right. So we have Tila wins the first round. All right. The next is a couple of twins. Who wore it well? You got Tomax, and then you got Zaymont sporting their little shoulder armor and their gauntlets. There's shiny silver boots. Their little Cobra knee pads. So how about it, guys? Who wore it the best? Tomax or Zaymont?
I'm going with Scarface.
Scarface, Zaymont. All right. It's one vote for Zaymont.
Now, which one's the guy with the right-handed? I'm gonna go with the one with the right-handed. I got an uncle's left-handed. I can't trust him.
Okay. Well, I think that'd be Tomax then. So we got one for Tomax and one for Zaymont. So Rick's the tiebreaker.
I go with Batman.
Batman.
Batman always wins.
All right. We'll call this one a draw. How about that?
I would probably, honestly, I'd give it to Zaymont because he's kind of there.
I think it's I think the red sash brings out the red in his scar a little better, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
All right.
Well, Rick, let me ask you a question. If Batman always wins, what if he's fighting Chuck Norris?
He's got more sense than to do that.
Batman says, Chuck who?
I think they already fought, and the loser had to wear their underwear on the outside of their pants.
So we're 7 minutes in, and we already know Corey don't like left-handed people, and he has a problem with yellow or jaundice people.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I just said I didn't trust left-handed people.
That's the same thing.
I like my uncle, but I still don't trust him.
No wonder he keeps giving me the evil eye when I'm around, huh? Okay. All right. Next up, we got Miss Scarlet here, sporting her, with her crossbow, her belt there. She's got the upper body armor. I'm not really sure. I guess I don't know what the deal is with these little vents here on the back. I don't know if maybe if her socks get stinking real bad, they kind of vent out the back of the shoes. I don't know. Okay, so you got another set of twins here. You got Miss Scarlet, and people didn't know because she's from Atlanta, Georgia, and most people didn't know that Scarlet had a twin sister named Minnie Belle. Okay, so Minnie Belle's sporting basically the same outfit. Even got the little vents on the back of her shoes, but she's got on her brown pants. I don't know, maybe if she's going to get in a fight with Deadpool or something. I don't know. She got her brown pants on, her brown highlights instead of blue, and her hair is a little darker. I think it kind of complements the brown a little better than this. But I'm gonna let you guys decide. You take the pick. What do you think, Scarlet or Minnie Belle?
I'm going with Minnie Belle.
Minnie Belle. All right.
May I ask you a question about Minnie Belle? Is that the reissue?
It is.
I gotta have that one. Yeah. Neither. Last time I dated a redhead, she tried to burn the house down with us in it. So I'm gonna have to pass on both of them.
How about it, Rick?
Well, picking between the two, I'd go with Minnie Belle, but given the choice, I'll take the movie Scarlet over both of those.
Oh yeah.
That's a solid figure.
It is a solid figure. I had to. Crossbow. It wouldn't be a show without me dropping something, would it, or knocking something off?
Normally,
I think I want the reissue now after seeing that one.
Yeah. But I do honestly, I like the brown. It just seems to work better than the I don't know. I guess dark gray. So I mean, I would go with Minnie Belle myself too, but
yeah, you get a little bit more of the vintage feel from her.
Yeah, right. I do too. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have one of Skeletor's henchmen there, the Horde Trooper, Mr. Horde Trooper, in his shiny silver
That actually
body.
is one of Hordak's guys, not Skeletor.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
What kind of fan are you, John?
I got my bad guys mixed up. Sorry about that.
We're pulling his He-Man card.
They both skull face. So, I mean, what do you know? I don't know. Hordak looks more like a skull bat or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But then you have his for the night ops you have the one decked out in black.
Hordak's Batman's uncle. He's left-handed too.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So there you go. So which Horde Trooper wore it better?
I'm gonna go with the black one.
I will also go with the black one.
I think it looks a little better to me.
How about it, Rick?
I like the OG, the silver one, because it just looks more like the character than everybody's. Everybody wants to make everything red and black.
Silver.
Wolfpack.
All right.
More live.
All right. Here comes one of my favorites. Of course, the Baroness. And I do really wish they would have went with the round rim glasses. That's my only gripe about the Baroness figure. This is the retro carded one, by the way. So it's got a little shinier tone to the Cobra emblem there.
Now, is she the twin sister?
No. This is actually I'm comparing her, the Baroness, with Spider-Man's girlfriend Mary Jane. She joined the AOC squad, Assassins of Cobra. AOC squad, Assassins of Cobra.
Ooh, I like that, and I got that head too.
And I don't know if Shane noticed when he's over. I have my AOC squad because I've got several of them, but this one's my favorite because that head really works well on that figure.
It really does.
And I don't know if you noticed, Shane, but when she's sitting on the shelf, it's kind of like this level, so you're kind of looking a little bit down on the figure.
Yeah.
And when you kind of look down on her, I don't know if you can see, she's got sort of like this evil smirk on her face.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can really tell it from there, but it just makes her look even more sinister, more like a Cobra agent. So
she is a redhead. So
that's true. Yeah.
I wonder if G.I. Joe's going to come out with the Baroness' sister. She was working for G.I. Joe as a double agent.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one. That would be cool.
Didn't they come out with one like in the Valor Venom line or something like that?
The O-ring, the collector's edition that come out in 2000.
What, Chameleon or some kind of thing like that?
Yeah, Chameleon.
That reminds me, I'm looking for the black chick from the new Black Panther movie on sale. She's like got the full body suit because there's a cool mod to swap her arms out for the Baroness, which have double jointed elbows.
No, you ain't, because I done sent you 4 pictures of that, and you didn't get neither one of them. They were on sale, so you just sit over and hush.
I didn't say them on sale. Which you said it's on sale.
Me and Shane both sent you.
Well, I bought 2 of them, but I need 2 more.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, we found some today. Me and Rick was out hunting together and sent you pictures of them. Corey didn't respond. Well, they were like, that's what they Rick.
Yeah, Rick. I found you Howard the Duck, but somebody decided to steal the Build-A-Figure part out of it.
Yeah, I hope they get the 7-year itch and can't scratch.
Because I wanted another Howard the Duck for a cool mod, but
my vote on this one is the Baroness. I got to stick with that OG.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with
I'm gonna have to go with her too. Yeah,
Baroness.
I do like
got beauty and class.
Even though I do like the custom, I'm gonna have to go OG Baroness on that one.
I have to deal with the redheads after trying to burn me alive. I kind of shy away from them.
Well, there you go, Corey. Pop that hair off, dye it black, put it back on there, and see what you get then.
There you go.
You could do that.
All right. Next up, you have the most powerfulest man in the universe,
Me?
Chuck Norris.
And okay, the second most purple. Chuck, you know Prince Adam, when he raises the sword, he becomes He-Man, and when He-Man raises the sword, he becomes Chuck Norris.
I can see that.
And then
Nobody
so
tell Batman.
he's sporting some good battle armor there, got a little battle damage, got his battle axe, and then you have his opponent here, his adversary, Skeletor, wearing his purple and black battle armor as well, and supporting his purple axe.
I'm going Skeletor.
Skeletor.
I'm going Skeletor.
I might have to go with the evil too.
All right, Skeletor won that hands down. All right.
Sorry,
right.
man.
All right. Next up, we have the more classic look of He-Man, sporting his battle axe
He looks
and his
Asian.
shield.
Yeah.
All right. So who wore it
Guys.
better, him or John Cena?
Bum, bum,
He's got his
bum.
translucent axe and translucent shield. He instead of going with the furry lawn cloth, he went with the cut off blue jeans. I guess you'd say, or he bought kids blue jeans and put them on. I don't know which.
I'm surprised he's not wearing tidy whities.
Where's the John Cena at? I can't see him.
I knew that was coming.
I still can't see him.
I'm going He-Man.
He-Man.
Yeah, me too. Even though with that crappy head.
Yeah, gotta go with him, man.
Even though I did like the shirt John Cena had on for WrestleMania.
I like the hat too.
Yeah, it was really nice. Really cool.
All right, so He-Man takes that one. Okay, now we're getting in there. We got three left here. You have the Sorceress.
Oh, the Sorceress.
Sporting her beautiful wings. The orange and blue. I know Shane likes that because it's Auburn colors. Sorceress must be an Auburn.
Oh, made me sick there for a little bit.
All right. So you have the Sorceress. So already. So you're saying you're probably gonna vote against her, Corey? Is that what you're saying?
I ain't saying all that now. It's according to who you put up against her.
All right. This next character is also a new one to the franchise, who is also supporting wings. And I have to admit, I thought that was a huge collar he was wearing to start off with. It wasn't until I saw the Masterverse figure that I realized those are wings around his head. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know what somebody was smoking back in the 80s when they created this figure. But that was kind of a unique way to present the wings.
Well, he was a knockoff.
But okay, so we're not only looking at who wore it well, but who's going to fly the best? Because I'm telling you, he's going to have some aerodynamics with them wings there. It might jerk his head off when he takes off, but
he'll be dead before he gets off the ground.
Well, you know what kind of messes me up? He's black, but it looks like he's got one of them suntanning things. Like you see her put somebody at a resort. That's what it reminds me of. Don't mind me of wings.
he kind of reminds me of the. He kind of reminds me of the. I can't think of the actor's name. The guy, the kind of heavy set black guy on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, getting Hesky. If you hadn't said his name, I could have told you.
That's who he kind of
Keenan
reminds.
Johnson. Keenan Johnson.
Is that it? Keenan Johnson. Yeah.
Magic Johnson's son. Yeah.
Oh, he's Magic Johnson's son.
Yes.
I didn't know
Does
that.
he got the AIDS?
Probably so.
All right. So who wore the wings the best?
I'm going with Sorceress.
Going with the lady.
Because her wings are actually there and not a collar.
Even though she's sporting that crappy orange and blue from down south, I'm gonna have to go with her too.
You know you love it, Corey. Don't lie.
I will have the Revelation Sorceress. I already got her ordered.
Yep.
All right.
That's a bad figure.
What do you
Yeah,
think,
looks
Rick?
like it's gonna be.
Oh, Pimp Daddy.
Pimp Daddy Destro sporting his beautiful leopard skin cloak.
Old Pimp Stro.
Got his nice little shiny gold briefcase, his little wad of flaming money there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Then you got also sporting leopard skin Baron Zemo with his cute little pink mask and purple jumpsuit with yellow gloves, and
It's magenta.
the magenta, and he's got his I don't know, wrestling belt on there. I don't know what championship he won. It's just kind of blank. Maybe
Intercontinental.
Yugoslavian World Yugoslavian Heavyweight Championship. I think ain't he from Yugoslavia supposedly?
I can't remember.
I'm going with Zemo.
Zemo.
Destro.
Well, I'm breaking this tie. It's Pimp Stro all the way.
Destro.
Yep, that's Pimp Stro. Yep.
All right. Destro takes it. All right, last one.
I can see Destro hitting him in the face with that water flying money.
I can see Destro rolling up in his tank with gold spinner rims.
Destro would be too interested in selling them guns.
Okay.
Well,
Gold guns. My guy would go with AK with my Pimp Stro.
All right, this next guy, he's one of my favorite Marvel Legends, and he's got a head the size of his ego.
Tony Stark? Oh.
MODOK?
How did you know who I was going to compare him to? No.
Good old MODOK.
So here you got MODOK with his tiny little arms and legs and his little powered gold cheer flaming, and he's got his little joystick there to control his cheer and fly around, and don't forget the laser beam he can shoot out of his forehead there with his sonic energy or whatever it is. And so you got Mr. MODOK, Agent of Hydra. No, AIM, excuse me. Get my bad guys mixed up again. He's one of the head honchos of AIM. Pardon the pun.
Ain't he is the head honcho.
And then also sporting tiny arms and legs and a gold cheer, you have Elvis.
I don't know what's worse.
Got his fried banana sandwiches, which are over there in the case. I don't have them. But you got Elvis sporting his feisty sunglasses and his wavy hair, and his little microphone remote control there, so he can sing all the way while he's taking it. He's even got his, if you notice real close, he's even got his mutton chops there, or sideburns there, and there's got that snarl,
Yep.
All right, so how about it, guys? Who wore the big head the best?
Tony Stark.
Well, I couldn't get him in the screen. His head was too big. So,
Well, if you don't vote for the Cream, Daddy, I'm gonna use that crotté on you. I'm gonna have to go with the King, man.
The King. All right.
I'm gonna have to go with the original MODOK there because he looked like Corey when he fell down in the Target parking lot that day.
Yeah, now you know I don't never go toy hunting with you no more. You about killed me the last time.
Hey, I didn't push you. You fell on your own.
Corey got you confused for some kid. Well, I gotta say there, Mama. I gotta go with the original.
Well, thank you very much.
You're going MODOK.
I'll be here all night.
Yeah, because I'm still laying in the parking lot.
All right.
You know I had to get you on that one, Corey.
Well, it was a bad trip, but at least I got the Painmaker Jericho. They had that there that day, so it wasn't for naught.
And it was in the middle of fall when you did it.
It was.
I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you though, seriously.
It was a good trip.
It really was. Yeah, you got that. What was it? Mutt?
Junkyard.
junkyard for $1.99.
Yep. At the thrift store.
Yep.
I got to tell y'all though that this figure, I think they outdone themselves on it. I mean, I love this figure. I think they done a fantastic job. And when I saw the Elvis version, I saw I got to get that too. I mean, I just because it's Elvis and MODOK. I mean, how great is that, right? But I really think they done a great job on this. I had to give them props for that.
I got to retire my toy biz one, that's for sure.
Yeah. It definitely. The toy business was pretty cool at the time, but yeah, this one I'd have to put this one over the toy biz. And I love the faceplate you can change out. That I thought that was pretty cool too, because you can't really tell it unless you look real close. You can kind of see it, but I mean, I just thought they done a smash job.
Mine, I got the other plate in there because he don't look like he's doing something right. If you know what I mean with that plate. Something's going on in the chair, man, and no.
Now that I look at that MODOK figure, he does kind of look like John Cena, though. He had a bald spot in the back.
Was it me? Was it me Sunday? That's all I seen, man. I couldn't watch the matches. All I could see is his bald head, man.
Why wearing that all the time?
I saw pictures of it. I can't make fun of him because I'm getting a little one in the back myself.
He showed up in his dad bod without his steroids. He wasn't tan. He made Sheamus look dark.
Well, John, I got one for you then.
All right.
Since we're doing the red carpet, who wore it better? We're gonna go with the hat. Who wore it better? Mr. Rakondo? Sporting his curled up hat. I don't know what you call these hats, but hey, whatever. And then Indiana Jones. Who wore it better? Corey?
You got an Indiana Jones. I literally hate you, man.
I heard that. I've already heard that 30 minutes ago.
Yep.
No, you should have got me one. You know I want one.
It was the only one.
There's one in the set.
Yep.
One Indy per box.
Yep.
Hasbro is smoking some shit. I don't know what they're smoking, but they ain't sharing and they ain't something, man. I'll tell you what.
So I better jump on that $30 one I seen on Amazon now.
So I'm taking it Sala. They're putting 2 Salas in there. Is that what they're doing?
There was only one of each when I found them.
Because the ones I found, there was 2 Salas and only one of the others, but no Indiana Jones. Somebody probably done picked it up.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I'm like you. I don't understand that thinking. You'd think they'd put 2 Indiana Jones in there.
Yeah.
They'll plaster the world full of Snake Eyes and Wolverines, but they won't give you a main character.
Yeah. Indiana Shane Opal rolls over you, man.
Bum, 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 bum. Kind of like the Crimson Guard episode, isn't it? Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. I hope you open the Holy Grail or drink from the wrong cup.
Well, hey, I may be the only person in Alabama that will be able to complete the Holy Grail.
Probably so.
Okay.
Well, no, I can do it because I'm gonna order that one after I get off here for $38.
I wouldn't. We'll find them. I promise you, we'll find them.
Yeah, they'll be everywhere.
Yeah, because they're not even out released yet.
And are they going to be a Target exclusive? Because
No.
Yes.
I have not seen them at Walmart.
Target's gonna have the Obi-Wan nightclub. Is it exclusive? But the rest of them's gonna be out in main release.
We hadn't seen the movie figures for this summer yet, though.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a wave of movie figures for the new movie.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to go ahead, Shane.
He's gonna have a walker in his box with him or a wheelchair.
I'm hoping when this Secret Wars movie comes out with a Marvel, we'll get a proper Nick Fury.
Maybe.
You talking about Secret Invasion?
Or it's Secret War storyline from the comic. But yeah, Secret Invasion is what they're calling it.
Yeah. No, the Secret Invasion's a series that's coming on in June. Secret Wars is the last Avengers movie to end Phase 6.
Oh, is it? Well, maybe we'll get a proper Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury.
I just want a David Hasselhoff Nick Fury.
I got one.
I just want a Johnson Falcon.
I got it total nostalgia with the Build-A-Figure part. The last time I was up there for $40.
I'm talking about the real David Hasselhoff Nick Fury. You saw
No, I know what you're talking about. I was talking about.
You can't go wrong with David Hasselhoff. I mean, come on.
That's true. Even when he's drunk eating cheeseburgers off the floor, you can't go wrong.
I mean, hey, that's Star Lord's. What do you call it? His imaginary dad.
Yeah. That was so funny in that storyline.
Have y'all seen the new Avenger movie figures?
I have not.
Garbage. Now they make good knockoffs for Cobra Troopers or Cobra Mechanics. Yeah.
Avengers. Are you talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Or Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah. Avengers, same thing.
Not hardly.
No.
Well, that's close. That's the closest thing you're gonna get to a proper Avengers movie these days.
They do. I'm Avengers fan. In fact, I was Avengers fan while everybody else thought the X-Men were the reason the sun rose.
Yeah. And
what we got on the MCU for Avengers, I don't think you could have got no better without it being cheesy.
Speaking of, go ahead.
It's like, because they've tried to make movies where it look like the characters walked off a comic book screen, like the Fantastic Four movie they made, and one of the Captain America's movie they made in the 80s, and it was something that reminds you of like you'd watch on Sesame Street. So, yeah, I think what we got from the MCU with the Avengers, Iron Man, and all that stuff, I think they I mean, I don't think you could have done it no better. Except for, I mean, Chris Hemsworth could have been taller, and they should know how to write Thor a little bit better. But other than that,
right.
Yeah, so.
That's Waititi's problem.
Yeah,
got directed it and stuff. Next time we meet up at a toy fair, I'll bring some, but y'all have to come to the car and sit because I don't want to pull it out. You talking about Avengers? I got a 50th anniversary Captain America 45.
Yeah.
It's got the shield plates on the handle.
Yeah.
Some old boy was needing some money and had one, and I think I ended up giving it $800 for it. It's Colt 45. I think I fired it maybe 3 times, and that is where it's been laying ever since.
I'd shoot it more than that with me.
Well, I got a gun for that. Nice gun like that, I keep in the cabinet.
I don't let rust sit on any of my guns.
Oh, it won't rust in that thing.
Well, I'm a bad shot, so I need more than 7 rounds.
I was a great shot, then I was a bad shot, then I got glasses, now I'm okay.
That's why
That's why I need a 30-round magazine, because I'm a bad shot. So I'll probably miss for the first 20,
I only need a 25-round magazine, but I am shooting a shotgun.
I like those magazine-fed shotguns. I've been on the fence about buying one for years.
Oh, when I become a millionaire, when I become a millionaire and I get my deal where I have a fully automatic, I want me one of them AA-12s.
That'd be nice.
For what, I don't know, but I've always wanted one.
Well, if you're a millionaire, you can buy those autopsy zombie things to go out there and you could blast them and stuff, and that would be fun.
I could do that too, yeah. But like I said, I always want.
You could dress them up like Nick Saban, all bunch of Nick Sabans, and just shoot Nick Sabans.
Blast them all pieces.
Don't you talk about the great football god?
I mean Nick Satan. Yeah, Satan. Yeah, that's what Mama said. Mama said he's Satan.
Mama says.
Mama said he the devil.
He the devil.
The devil.
You got anything, Shane?
I was going to just talk about the Tiger Force Joes and get y'all's opinions on them.
I'll expound on what John just kind of went into.
What was that?
I got a treat for y'all. Y'all ready for a treat? A blast from the past you probably ain't even seen.
Well, let's see it.
And there are parts of this that you have to analyze, differences and everything else that you go. And I know a lot of people will say, well, that ain't He-Man, that ain't this. I'm like, no, this is the original He-Man. So we're going to do this.
Well, when he's doing that, what do y'all think about the Puff Adder?
I don't know.
Is it supposed to have sound to it?
You ain't got no sound?
No, sir.
Can't hear anything.
Do what?
No.
Oh, well, damn.
I mean, it's hard to beat the classics.
But did the sound kick in at all?
No, sir.
No. Well, crap. I would think it would come through my mic. Anyways, what I wanted to share was not that. Everything is so difficult to work this. So I wanted to point out the animation that's in this, the differences. You see the animation, it's much darker than what the show had back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And see Duncan,
No mustache.
no mustache. He's even got that part. It's like directly a toy, right from the toy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got He-Man. Of course, he looks the same, and Tila and everything, Battle Cat. And like I said,
that's a baby.
Yeah, he's a little bit small there, isn't he? But
and that He-Man face expressions was just amazing.
Yeah.
See who got on Battle Cat?
Yeah.
Tila.
Yeah.
The voice is, I hate that y'all can't hear that. The voice is totally different. His voice here was redone and reused as Battle Cat's voice in the cartoon. So the way Battle Cat sounds in the cartoon is how his voice here instead of the squeaky thing there, like that he normally got. And if you notice, He-Man doesn't have a sword. He's got the shield and the axe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is back to the original toy, the original line, the comic books that came with the figures.
And the concept was
And
he had half a sword and Skeletor had the other half, and you had to put them together to make the power sword.
Yeah, because it stuck into Castle Grayskull as a key to open the drawbridge.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Something you don't never see played out is you see right here, Skeletor has this little knob on his throne right here.
Mm-hmm.
And when he hits it, He-Man falls down, and remember the little trap thing that was in the Castle Grayskull right by the throne and everything? You never seen it used in the cartoon, nothing like that. So they used it here. Of course, Tila, throws her staff and he grabs it. And, so
It was a great shot.
And if you'll notice something else that's changed over the cartoon, get right here. You see Skeletor's feet, they're clawed.
Yeah.
He's got clawed feet. And stuff. So a lot different than, the cartoon where he, right here, he's got the clawed feet and everything. So,
oh, yeah.
One, from what I've read, this style animation costs way too much to produce a whole cartoon from and stuff because of all the extra drawing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it went directly off the toys and those comic books that went stuff. But
that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like the third commercial of Masters of the Universe back in the day. And of course, then they, when the cartoon picked up, everything changed to the cartoon kind of thing. But the cartoon changed a lot.
Yeah.
So,
but at least they did put the claws on the action figure.
Yeah.
Instead of just rounded feet.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting to share because that was I didn't know John was going to be using so many Motu figures tonight, but I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be right with the thing because I run across that and I'm like, I'd never seen it. So and then but it had the so much to do with the toys itself and everything. And it's like, so now I'm wondering if there was a G.I. Joe one like that.
That's a good possibility.
Because most of the commercial ones are about the toys, as in with the comic book kind of mix in, and you had stuff for the cartoon and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if there was ever a thing where like we've talked about before, Bazooka act like Bazooka and all that kind of stuff. So, but speaking of that, the other day I seen I meant to say pictures and I can't find it when I went back to it. Somebody did a custom Alpine. It looks amazing.
I saw that today myself.
I'm like, that's just next level stuff there, man. So I'm surprised they hadn't announced that. I mean, we got to have the bromance of the '90s there.
Yeah. It was
Well, I got my stuff all tore up. I had a week of ladies. I got the zombie Scarlet Witch figure, which has more plastic in her hair than the whole figure. And the head keeps falling back and everything. I'm like, man, it's irritating. But I want that Khonshu figure. And because somebody stopped by my Target and stole my Indiana Jones, I was only able to buy the Marion figure so I could but she's kind of a cool figure. I mean, I don't see a resemblance at all, but for my toy photography, I was able to pull some pretty cool pictures with the Han Solo and Carbonite and everything else. But she comes with a monkey, and it's kind of cool. So then she comes with a frying pan, which is giving me an idea with some stormtroopers from Empire and all that kind of stuff to have a little fun with her and all that kind of stuff. And I got my Super 7 figures here. And they really do look like they just walked off of the cartoon. It's my first time buying Super 7. I won't buy again from them directly. Now, when Big Bad Toy Store gets them in stock, if I want it, I'll pick it up that way. But I'm not tying up my money over 2 years like that. And I don't know. I think I broke a bat right out of the box, just getting it out of the plastic wrap. The little hinge for the backpack popped right off. I wrote customer service, and that's been over a week and still nothing. So, I don't know. So I'm not all that impressed with it, but I mean, I like the figures, especially the Cobra Commander. I think he looks like Cobra Commander, except for, wow, on God, they pick us like a negative sale kind of thing, whereas the red turned pink to make him a pink cape. I don't understand that, but I got to figure out how to dye that thing because I'll never display it with a pink cape. That's just ridiculous. But everything else, I mean, they did okay. I don't, like I said, it's my first ones with this like this. Now I've got some old Motu figures from and a couple of Thundercats that were Super 7, but I think they were in cahoots with Mattel and everything else as far as the quality and the plastic quality and stuff. So I don't know what to expect out of these Super 7s and stuff. But I know the bats are just, they really do look like, I mean, I love the classified ones, but these look like the cartoon. They just look like the cartoons and stuff. And the Duke, and yeah, Shane, I got to do. I did the one with the Cobra Commander for the G.I. Joe Classifieds group there with their welcome thing.
Yeah.
We want to do one for ours, so I think I'm gonna do a Duke because I got a Super 7 because it got the one where he's yelling and all that kind of stuff. So I can kind of do something like that. And he's pointing and everything. So I mean, we've got the figures. The coolest thing about those figures is they came with that iconic cartoon rifle, laser rifle that G.I. Joe used. I mean,
I love those.
Yeah, and they actually size better with classified, all but their handles. Their grips are just too big for the classified without stretching out their hands and stuff. Other than that, they're a good size and they fit pretty well. So, but when they release the second wave and stuff, I'm waiting for to get the Storm Shadow, and then I want a couple of those Cobra Troopers and stuff. So because they look like the cartoons, and that was my main thing at G.I. Joe was the cartoon and the toys. So when I played, I always played with the characters being like they were on their file cards. But that Saturday morning cartoon thing of sitting in front of the TV and watching Howard and Yo-Joe, that was my childhood. That and Thundar the Barbarian and all them cool things that I hope people redo. I mean, I've got my Thundar and them from early 2000s and stuff, but they need it redone and stuff. But yeah, I didn't.
Those are pretty expensive on the secondary market, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, especially Ookla and stuff. And of course, mine. I sold. To be honest, I sold a Thundar, mint on the card and everything else, and I sold him. And I was actually, it's kind of funny that Corey mentioned that, but I was able to buy a new Glock with what I sold that Thundar for. But my Ookla and stuff, I've had them so long from back before I quit smoking, and they were in a house, so they're kind of smoke. Ariel's got a little stuff, but Ookla's chest, it's a whole different other color brown than the arms and legs because it's different plastic and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, my Thundar looks the same, and it's actually pretty advanced for the year it came out and everything else because it's got the rubbery loincloth and the bodysuit and all that kind of stuff. A little magnetic thing in the arm where the sun sword does stick to it. All that stuff. So it was pretty advanced for the thing and stuff. I mean, it's one of those things where I had more of them because I bought a case and stuff, and I've sold them over the years. And I wish I'd kept the mint in package and then just so I could still have. That's almost my main regret. Main regret is my Shogun Warriors. I wish I'd never sold those big old things, and I saw that Godzilla at Total Nostalgia. It made me just want to cry. I remember, and I was like, I had that, that and G-Force figures. They came out with the G-Force Battle Planet, and they were pretty static figures. You didn't get much motion out of them and stuff, but I was always disappointed that, or at least I didn't know at the time, that they didn't come out with the Phoenix to go with it. But it was like, I wished I wouldn't have got rid of them. So they're coming out with all these new toys. So I'm hoping they reach back and grab some coolness and everything about us. Right now, everybody's mad at Hasbro because of everything going on. It's like, even got people saying, well, we got alternatives to Hasbro. Like, no, you don't. You do not have an alternative to Hasbro. No. You may be able to get a Marvel figure here and there, but they're going to be 7-inch or 8, different scale. They're not going to fit on your thing. So you're either going to deal with Hasbro, or you're just going to get out of that altogether, because you just not, you don't have a replacement for Hasbro. It's like it's like having a replacement for McFarlane. You just don't. There's nobody at that level, at that scale. And that's why McFarlane does that. He wants to be his own. He started that back in the 90s when they started making them Spawn toys.
Mm-hmm.
Size with nothing. He did his own thing. He really showed companies how you could do good at paint apps and all that kind of stuff and make clean figures and stuff. But, so everybody's like, whoa, Hasbro, they've got alternatives. No, you don't. You just do not. It's, I don't know.
Hasbro creates so many lines right now. I mean, what's your alternative? Mm-hmm. That's what I like to know. Is what is their alternative? They're going to go to Valiverse?
Yeah, they're talking about Valiverse. Talking about Diamond Select with the Marvel characters. And I'm like,
go get them.
But I've seen more people complain about accessories and all with Valiverse breaking right out of the package than with Hasbro. That's what I don't get. I mean, some people are just going to gripe no matter what. It don't matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, you figure how many thousands of units they put out, and you see five people with an issue of one figure. That's still less than 1/100%.
That's like the debate we had about the cover girl. I think it's intentional. So somebody it may be the most horrific quality control mishap ever, but there's no way that head's misaligned or anything like that. That hair has a chunk missing from that.
Yeah.
And it's like, so, and nowadays in 2023, the thought of someone doing that purposely, because someone like Corey, who's really gets into customizing, well, they're not going to use that hair sculpt anyway, so they could do that and get everybody all worked up in a hissy.
Yeah.
Because they don't have nothing better to do with their life except to get people all upset and everything else.
And most of these people that are complaining aren't original G.I. Joe collectors anyway. They're new lines and stuff like that. So they may have the vintage figures, but they didn't have the original. They don't have their toys that they played with, like most of us do.
Me and a guy the other day was talking about that, commenting on a thing about how new collectors don't appreciate what they got because they didn't have to deal with what we had to deal with back in the day, stuff. And, it's like, it ain't perfect, but it's not going to be. I mean, I've got Sideshow collectible figures, and they cost me $300 and $400, and they ain't perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know where you're going to get perfect because that's just not happening, So,
well, I bought a toll booth, a vintage toll booth at Toylanta last weekend, and if you want to see an ugly figure, that figure is ugly.
I know.
I mean, his face, his hat's cocked sideways, and he's just ugly.
They weren't showing no love to this 12 Bravo. That's all it is. They hate 12 Bravo.
Yeah.
We hate them too.
But we didn't complain about that. We got that toy with the bridge layer, and we played with that baby.
Yeah.
Now these guys are talking about take your toys out of the box, and then the first thing they do, it's got a bad spot on his eyeball. Look at that. What does it matter? If you want to play with your toy, quit crying. I mean, it's just that pees me off more than anything.
And then Hasbro tried to answer some of them. That's why they're doing that print thing on the faces now. I'm trying to get more detail, more instead of what they call the G.I. Joe eye, where it's just a line and a dot, and stuff. So and yeah, some of them's not gonna be on the mark right, all that kind of stuff, It's like, but I don't know. Sometimes I catch myself going, I wish Hasbro just quit making any of it, and then people go, sorry, you didn't like it, we ain't gonna make it no more.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, wait a minute, that's punishing all of us.
The real collectors will be the ones that pay for that.
But I gotta say, I understand some of it though. Let me play devil's advocate. I seen a picture, and I'm still getting hate from the comment and support of the new Evil Lynn, I don't know, where she gets all the Grayskull powers and stuff. Yeah. That is the ugliest figure I have seen since Toy Biz days. Those shoulders are ball joints. The legs are pretty much straight. She has cankles. My God, the action figure has straight up cankles. And there's no shape. Her torso is too small, which is with that line. It's like the torso and the head should be on a 6-inch figure, and the arms and legs belong on a 7-inch figure. I've kind of lined them up, and they match perfect. You can put the torso and the head on a Marvel Legends, and they work great. Because that's the size. They're not 7-inch like they're supposed to be. So that makes it all. I understand how that makes it easier for them to make those chest pieces and stuff, like with the what was that, Mechaneck or whatever it is, or like Man of Arms and stuff, and they got those chest pieces. I mean, that makes it easier because it's a little bit smaller and it fits on her better. But that figure, and when people buying it and saying, "Oh, it looks so great," I'm like, "Are you seeing the same damn thing I am? Come on!" I mean, geez, I know I'm not wearing glasses, but that figure is janky. It's just
it is an ugly figure.
Hasbro's and they're talking about Hasbro, and I'm like, look what Mattel's making, and people scooping it up. I'm like, I just wouldn't buy it. I'm like, you start making me a better figure, I'll buy these figures. So I mean, I know there was that whole controversy about that they were done with it and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, so what now? They decided they're not going to, and they're going to start making some crap. But luckily, we did see some future stuff. Tell you what, I can't wait for that Ram Man to come to my house. He just looks really sweet. So
I still think the very first Masterverse, the He-Man they did from the very first wave, to me his upper torso was too small.
Yeah,
compared to the rest of his body, it just looked off. And Jitsu, I haven't seen Jitsu in person, but the pictures I've seen of Jitsu, he looks his portions don't look right. It just looks weird.
It's the same thing. They're using that same torso. That torso is scaled towards a 6-inch thing. I have Pop Thor's arms on it, legs. I think I took a picture. I'd show it to you in the group. Everything, it fits perfectly. Right size chest, the head, everything. But then they don't do that. They give them 7-inch legs and 7-inch arms for a 7-inch figure, and it makes that torso look really small. Yeah. I mean, they fixed that with the 40th. He's proportioned correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you trying to say, Rick? You don't like cankles?
No, I don't like cankles.
Cankle hair.
I don't care if they're blue or not or anything like that.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if y'all hear me or not.
Yeah, I agree. That Evil Lynn figure is ugly. It's just not. And I love that line, but you're right. That's an ugly figure.
For you, it'd work, Shane, because you enjoy the box art and everything else. You never got to take it out. I mean, that'd be fine,
and the art on it is great. But I mean, for people that take them out, it is an ugly figure.
And of course, one part of people going, "Wow, that's so great! I can't wait to get mine. Ooh, that's so awesome!" I'm like, are we looking at the same picture?
Oh, I think she's ugly too.
So I mean, and people like it, more power to them. But I'm like,
that's probably
buying crap, man.
Probably the same people that's complaining on the G.I. Joe groups about Falcon.
Yeah.
Hey, Falcon looks messed up.
I don't know. I've seen some pictures that he looks really good in it. Like someone took the lips off, took the lipstick down. It looks okay. I mean, it ain't great, but
I didn't see the perfect fix for it. If you get a dusty head and take the makeup off his face and stuff, it works damn good.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've seen people using the Peter Parker head from the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows 2-pack.
Yeah, that can't be looking right. Yeah. So I use mine. I got some figure from McFarlane for some video game kind of thing. I think he looks good, but his ears are kind of dopey looking, so he got big ears. So he can't fight in a strong wind. Just too much resistance. So, but
Rick,
he can't jump out of an airplane and probably catch a little wind.
I think I'll put a Tom Selleck head on mine.
huh? Rick, have you seen the new weapons from Valiverse coming out?
I have the old weapons, and they're too small.
Well, the new ones are coming out. The slides and everything will work on them.
Yeah, I that Gridiron Studios thing. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah,
their weapons stuff that they're coming out with are freaking next level excellent. That's just. But I can't spend more for a gun than I do the figure. I
think to say they got that next level price on them too.
I know, but that's just some impressive stuff. I mean, it looks
impressive.
More. So
yeah. But I think for the price, the Valiverse stuff looks pretty good.
Oh, Corey, when you become a millionaire, you buy me a few, okay?
I'm on it.
Weapon packs at Rocket City Toys not long ago of the Valiverse guns, and I got one on my Outback here, and it is to me it's brittle.
Yeah,
it's real stiff.
Yeah.
If I try to position it more, it'll snap. Like this forward handle. When I try to move that forward hand, putting his hand on that forward handle, I was so afraid I was going to break it. That is my only. Now, as far as looking like a real weapon, I mean, it looks really good as a weapon. But
yeah, you give me NECA flashbacks.
I'm scared that it's just going to snap because it's just.
Well, I don't think they're made out of plastic. I think they're made out of some type of resin.
It's so stiff, and it's just.
They're not 3D.
I think they're made out of the same stuff that NECA does with their accessories, and it makes them very apt to snap.
I bought that $100 or $99 box or at 10 back around Christmas. So I'm not wanting for no weapons at the moment.
That resin will take detail that the plastic will not. That's why they look so impressive. But it's brittle, And the bad thing is if it's brittle now, and I know a few of my old NECA accessories that have been in storage or something like that for several while are extremely brittle. So right now we go through our G.I. Joes. Mm-hmm. We worry about we got an elbow that's got a crack or something like that. But those figures go together. I don't know how these will. In 50 years, will they figures be even, they can be busted up, cracked up, whatever. I don't know. So you have to. Then you regret being people like me that open them because now you can't touch them because they'll snap. So, I know John said something about that when he was doing one of his G.I. Joe things where he was kind of afraid to mess with it too much because it would probably snap. Yeah. So
that was, me and John both told Philip the day he at Toylanta he bought the original '82 rock and roll. And the first thing me and John said was, "Don't put the weapon on him or try to put him on a stand."
Break them heels.
They're good.
Yeah. All my vintage, I've got them in cases. I don't have them on stands. I don't have weapons in their hands or nothing. And you know, I saw something on one of the. I'm in one of the 82 to 94 GI Joe groups, strictly dedicated to the O-ring, the original.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody made the statement: Do you still count it all OG if it's got a replaced O-ring? And that started a conversation. I'm sitting there thinking, I ain't even thought about that because I've replaced O-rings on probably nearly all of mine over the years. I mean,
Exactly.
you're not going to have one that don't have a broken O-ring if you don't replace it. I mean,
No.
you see them. That's my thing about getting them in. I mean, you see people spend thousands of dollars on carded like Snake Eyes or Scarlet, the 82 version, like around $1,000 for a carded one. And I'm sitting there thinking, if it hadn't broke, eventually it will, and it's going to be laying in there lopsided, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you open it. And
but then they'll tell you, well, now it's not worth as much because it's
broke.
Yeah,
it's still mint.
Yeah,
Well,
it's complete. It just ain't together.
I would consider it like a classic car. You know, a classic car from the 50s and 60s. I ain't got the original battery on it. Does that devalue the car anymore or any less?
Yeah.
Or the original tires, or the probably fan belts.
Or most of these, like for me, a lot of the figures I buy, I pick up at flea markets, thrift stores, picker places like Jasper Pickers, places like that. I pick up a lot of the vintage figures there, and they don't have their original weapons. So if I go find another weapon on eBay, are you going to say that's not original too, just because it didn't originally come with that figure? I mean,
I would have to say still original. I mean, like you said, on a car, you go buy mirrors from the 50 model Buick, still 50 model Buick, is it not?
It is, but that's what they're saying. It's not the original O-ring. Well, it's not his original gun neither.
And even like some of the because you had some made in China and some, especially like on Star Wars, you had those made.
Oh yeah,
some in Indonesia. Now, there's slightly different color, like the bat. I mean, the bat, for example, you got some that the highlights is kind of yellow, and then others almost look orange.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I can understand. I wouldn't want one with an orange torso, and and the boots have the yellow on it. I'd want to try to. But there's some it's just a very slight difference in some of the older ones, but just because of the plastic or the factory it was produced in, and people nitpick. Well, that's just a little off color from that, so it's not a raw original. It's original parts. It just may not be from the same figure. It may be two put together, but it's still original parts.
I can't count all my Cobra Commanders that the torso is a lighter blue than the arms and legs and stuff, and they ain't ever been changed or nothing. In fact,
right.
Four of them's in half because the O-ring broke, and they're still in little cases.
And you probably seen it on some of them like that, where like the part right around the elbow will be a darker color, and the others faded. The other part's faded. It's the same figure, same part, but those different parts. Some of it was painted, some of it was molded, and it fades. And so I mean, what do you do about that? There's nothing you can do about that over time.
I was watching a YouTube the other day was what not changed. So it was grappling about Stalker, how the new Stalker, how his elbows and knees are not the same color as his pants and stuff. Maybe a shade off. Who cares?
I do. Same way with Dusty.
I do, because my Marvel Legends and all these GI Joes, they're no pin stuff. The elbows and the knee joints, they don't match. And I hate that. It's just laziness from Hasbro.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the no pinless tech.
Yeah,
because it is a pain to customize a pinless tech figure.
I know. I don't. That's one of the things that I go against community with. I don't like the pinless tech. Give me pins. Because I can fix them if they break or they get warped or something like that. And I don't care that my figure can carry 45 different weapons on him while he stands on my shelf. I don't need, a sword and a gun and a knife and a bazooka and a parts, a Sky Striker all stuck to the backpack and the legs and everything of of Duke. So I like that, and I keep hearing, I like that you can connect all the pieces on there. I'm like, why? I don't know. They mess up the sculpt sometimes, trying to get it where you can fit all the pieces on that figure, and I'm like,
Right.
yeah, I don't need all the pieces on the figure.
Half the time, all mine are not on the figure.
Nope, I've got a stack of totes full of figures. I mean, accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like backpacks. All they do is throw the weight off on the shelving and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, the backpacks are done well, but see, they got the prongs on the side to hold things, and they just look gaudy. I mean,
for the shovel, and you can even attach his gun to it. Yeah, I mean,
then what's it going to hold?
Right. This flashlight.
Yeah, and that goes on the leg. So,
his arthritis medication.
That's what gets my OCD, because if I got him holding his gun, but still I'm sitting there looking at an empty peg, I feel like he's missing something.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just, I don't think it's any need for everything else. So, that's just me.
I do think the backpacks for you, Rick, are great for like taking pictures. Like today I was just messing around with my Tiger Force guys, and I kind of had them like Rakondo and Duke, like kick back, taking a nap, and they was using their packs as a headrest and whatnot. I just kind of playing around, taking a few little pictures here and there, and I think it look good with the backpack sitting there, and the guns leaned up against the bike and everything. I'm not a pro.
They make great accessories and all
Right.
that kind of stuff. But I don't need to be able to stick all of their 15 guns on that same backpack, and then there's so much weight to it that you can't get to stand up. Everything else.
Right.
But
that's right.
Many of my Outback pictures, if you look through the pictures, he's actually sitting on his backpack, all that kind of stuff, or lean up against it. I mean, I'm all for getting that, but the whole design, like John just saying, where you got a big peg sticking out the side when he's holding the gun, you're going, well, I'm missing something. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, just a little pet peeve.
Yeah, Shane, speaking of your pictures, I got a pet peeve of you now. I want to build I want to come up with a way to make a bedroll for him, like a sleeping bag in now. That you took pictures, sent me already. You gave me the idea for that. Thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. I like having my guys out.
So there, I see a couple of sleepless nights coming.
I've always wanted to buy, like you go to Academy or Dick's or any sporting goods store that sells tents, and they always have those display tents.
Yes.
I want to get some of those, but they will not sell those to you. They would rather throw them in the garbage can than sell them to you. They are perfect for 6-inch Joes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I tried to get one a few years back because I wanted to do a scene where I had a camper looking out of one at Jason standing by the fireplace and everything. Yeah, that would have been perfect. And I begged and people. I'm like, look, just let me borrow it. I'll bring it right back. I just need to do the picture.
Somebody send me.
Ed at the Deep has let me borrow stuff, and I'll bring it back because I'm good for my word, So, but and I take better care of it than I do my own stuff. But yeah, I was like, man, that would be perfect for a picture and stuff. So I had to do a makeshift kind of thing to pull that picture off. But yeah, you're right. They'd be great especially for toy photography, or if you just want to do a nice big display diorama.
Right.
Somebody send me some pictures, and I'll see if I can't build one.
I asked an employee at Academy. They were taking the old ones off and putting them on a buggy and putting the new ones out for the next year.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what are you going to do with those? And he told me, we're throwing them away. I'm like, so would you sell them to me? No, we can't do that. They won't let us. I'm like, well, why not? You're going to throw them away. And then I said, well, what about if I go out back and snatch them out of the dumpster? Well, let's consider that theft. I mean, you're throwing it away.
Yeah.
Once it goes in the dumpster, they can't say nothing to you.
Oh, they can't.
Spit it on away. If you go dumpster diving, I don't see how they can say anything to you.
I don't
Cops can get stuff out of a dumpster for DNA. It's considered property, general to the public.
Yep.
As a retail management for over 20 years, I can tell you, there ain't nothing you can do about people diving in your dumpster.
Yeah. I just kind of figured took him at his word because it was private property, you know. So I don't know.
Well, they can tell you to leave, but they can't have you arrested for stealing it.
I would love to have a couple of those.
Yeah, if it was Academy, all you had to do was just grab it out of the buggy and take off running out the door. They wouldn't stop you. But honestly, they'll tell you at Academy, they have been told if anybody tries to shoplift, don't even stop them. Just let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it considered shoplifting because it's something that isn't being sold, though? I mean,
right? They're going to throw it away. You just saving them the trouble of having to throw it away. They don't have to go out back.
But
I would love to have some of those.
That's the same as going in and stealing a clothes rack or something like that, because it's part of that. So yeah, you get in trouble for taking out the door like that. But once it hits that garbage, it's trash. So,
Walmart, anything under $25, they will not prosecute. I worked security there before. I worked theft prevention. Nope. You can't even detain them.
It can be $999 in California, and they won't prosecute.
Yeah.
Well,
that
policy now is if you're caught stealing, they cannot touch you to detain you. They have to call the authorities.
I know. I got wrote up twice for that.
Yeah.
It's funny how instead of correcting the problem, we just back away from it and accept it.
Exactly.
And that's part of why we're paying $25 for an action figure now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be the whole part of it, but it's part of it.
It's also part of the reason why we can't trust opening this box and Indiana Jones being in this box.
Yep.
I'll open it right there in front of them. I don't care.
Well, that's what Corey just said. He was looking for a figure for me, and he would have got it, but somebody just stole the
Build a figure part. Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, these packageless ones. I'll look at it. If it looks like the tape's been tampered with, I'll just open it right there and stand on the toy aisle. Because what are they going to do? I mean, it ain't like I'm trying to stick it in my pocket.
I'll open it if it ain't been tampered with. I want to see what's in there.
I stood there all for like an hour in Target this weekend looking over the packages. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm making sure the tape ain't been tampered with, ain't been cut, and another piece put over top of it because if it has, then more than likely what's supposed to be here isn't here." And like, oh, and that's the problem with the package.
And if I won't open it out of the store, I'll take it to the parking lot, turn my cell phone on, film it, and I'll open it with a camera rolling.
You can pretty much tell if the tape has been tampered with. Like on this Indiana Jones, the tape is right here on this part. You guys can see that. It was right across here. And you could definitely tell if it had been tampered with because I had to literally cut that loose to get the tape.
All you got to do is get a blow dryer a hold of it, heat it up. That tape will come right off of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all look like I need a blow dryer.
Yeah, but a little kid's doing that will not think of that, but an adult will.
Well, I'm just saying that. You remember how the
GI Joe think of that?
Remember how the GI Joe figures, how the older ones around the stickers, you had that little residue that always seemed to be around. Look for that because if you do that with the blow dryer, it will cause that little residue ring around where the tape was.
Right. So
if you see that, there's a good chance that you got a professional, person that's doing this shit, and so. Yeah, there's always signs of everything, but yeah, to the casual person, they're going to grab it. The tape looks clean, everything else. They're going to take it home, and they wind up thinking they've got Indiana Jones, and they wind up with a Sunman. So
Now, that's what gets me, especially around Christmas time, doing it, letting a kid find something like that.
Oh yeah.
And the bad thing is, the Sunman wouldn't have his accessories. Those wings ain't going to fit in that box. They're that box too small.
Well, they pop his head off and turn it sideways, so. And if your kid opens it, you just say that's part of the double surprise. First surprise, you don't know, and then you can say, "Oh yeah, I think I got a this," and no, it's this. So,
well, see, That's the reason I didn't want to order the new wave of Joe's off like from a secondhand dealer or something off eBay or something like that, because I'm kind of afraid of getting it here and open it up and it's not what you got. Like I ordered that Macho King Randy Savage. 'Cause I need the Mean Gene Builder figurehead. It got here the other day. Somebody already opened it and didn't have the head in it.
Wow. Yeah.
So I shipped it back.
That extreme aggression, I think it is Kevin Nash. It was a Walmart exclusive that they canceled on me. I want that figure, but the only place I've seen it now is eBay, and I'm not paying $50 for it. I just, I want to complete my original 3 NWO members, and he's good Kevin Nash, the only one I'm missing. So
if I see it, I'll holler at you and get it for you.
That figure comes with a T-shirt. That T-shirt will fit on my Scott Hall figure, which will complete his look to be NWO. And I've got the Hulk Hogan, so then I've got my Scott Hall, my Kevin Nash, I got my NWO. They can stand proudly next to my Road Warriors and good old days.
For real.
Well, I was talking to a guy at GameStop today, Saturday. Sorry, I don't know what the day is. But I was talking to him Saturday because I went in and was checking to see if they had any of the new Joes in. And he said that GameStops are going to quit carrying figures. They're going to be online ordering only because of this swapping figures and returning them to the stores.
Well, even that ain't even guaranteed. Even online only, you getting it.
Yeah, but most of the time you're getting it straight from GameStop or places like that.
Right.
Well, they've been calling them conspiracy theories for over a year now, but that packaging with no window and stuff, it's perfect for online ordering.
Yep.
Because you don't get to see it anyways.
Yep.
I do got to say, the Scarlet Witch I got here, the rendering that's on the box doesn't do that figure justice, because the head sculpt and stuff that's on that figure is actually pretty good. I mean, if that head would not have to look up all the time because of the weight of that hair, it's actually a good looking figure. So I mean, I'm especially for $7.50. So I was happy to get stuck with that, because that whole line I don't watch those shows or nothing, so I have no connection with them. But Khonshu, I am a big Moon Knight fan since there was Moon Knight.
Yeah,
I want the figure. So.
Yeah, that's the only reason I done that wave was that Conchi wave. At Scarlet Witch, I sold her to Tone and Nostalgia about a week after I got her. I hated it. I hate to tell you. The hair, that thing will not stand up. I don't care if you sticky tack her feet down, you stance, it ain't happening.
You could use some gorilla dots.
Nope. No, you can't do that either. Flip the desk over. Tried that already.
Plate really well.
It flipped my desk over. I glued her to the desk, flipped the whole desk over.
She does look good if you put her in a flight stand.
That'd probably work. Yeah.
So, all except for the fact that when she's up doing that pose, you kind of want her looking down, and she just will not do that on her own.
Yeah.
The weight of that hair makes her head look up.
Yeah.
So
well, here lately, I'm not impressed with any of the Marvel Legends here lately. Like I said, I want that Puff Adder wave, because I want a few in that, and I want that one to fit in with the Cobras, Cobra Commander and stuff. And after that, I don't see nothing this year.
Well, all I think is the Guardian of the Galaxy, all in blue, would be great for Cobra, for mechanics and Cobra workers. Like in the episode where Shipwreck and Snake Eyes went down in the Cobra secret area, and they all were in the blue with the hats on and stuff. Those things. Perfect.
I'll tell you this: you can write it down, pull it out. Here 6 months, you'll find them at Target for $11 a piece.
Oh yeah.
Because the builder figure wave is a dog, a small little dog.
Yeah, Astro.
Yep. You'll find them at Target for like $11 a piece in 6 months.
But yeah, you said something, Shane. I have wanted since I've seen them. G.I. Joe the movie, the cartoon. There's a scene where Python is breaking into the Pterodome, and she jumps down. And you got a couple of mechanics working on a fire bat.
Yeah,
I've always wanted those mechanics.
There you go.
I've just and you never get the grunts, stuff like that. But I thought they looked cool. It would be so great for, again, with the toy photography, for background and all that kind of stuff. It's just, but yeah, I don't know. I know Sharpness Prime's coming out with a line where it's almost like they're thugs. You can just turn them into random thugs kind of thing.
Yeah, with the bats and golf clubs and stuff. Yeah, I saw that.
So I mean, that's gonna be kind of cool. But because I always wanted one like a male and female cop in uniform, male and female detective, so a family, a mom, dad. I mean, stuff to build the world around these characters.
Right.
I'm surprised no one's ever made these figures.
Right.
And stuff. And give us a construction worker with his hat crooked like Tobo's. Stuff. Firemen, all this. You get the lanyards, those little cheapy ones. Yeah, I like that, Shane. Yeah, it's a good look for you. But yeah, lanyards done kind of stuff with firemen and police and stuff like that. But you've never had good ones and stuff. And I've always wanted them for my Marvel characters.
Well, Marvel Legends are going to have I think it's a fan channel exclusive. It's some guys in tracksuits with different types of melee weapons.
I saw that. Yeah. Those will make good thugs to, go in and have your guys beat up and everything like that, stuff like that. So, but, even if you go back to the old Batman TV show and stuff, you had characters that had like on their shirt said Thug 1.
Thug 1.
Yeah.
They're just random guys fodder to beat up. I mean, I kind of want these dudes, man. I don't always want a main bad guy to fight my main good guy in my pictures and stuff. Just give me some lackeys,
People come down on that old Batman TV show because it was so campy, and you hear a lot of people hate on it and all that. But did you know that TV show saved the Batman comics because the comics were failing at the time, and that TV show boosted. If it hadn't been, they might have canceled Batman, and it never went as far as it did. So there's a lot to be said about that TV show. People don't realize.
I love that show, man.
Nobody knew who Batman was until that TV show come out.
Yeah, I like the show too.
It's entertaining, it entertains you.
I mean, kapow!
Yeah.
Adam West is one of my top 3 Batman all time.
I love that McFarlane added those Pow and Bay little things.
Yeah.
I love one of my favorite episodes of The Big Bang Theory was when they got Adam West to come to Hofstiller's birthday party.
Yeah.
And they had him in the car. I don't know if you saw that. He was sitting back there talking about, hey, you got all these like Keaton and Bell and all them wearing these suits, making them buffed up. And he said, not me. It was all the West, man. And this, I loved it.
Have y'all seen the new Flash movie yet?
No.
And I won't.
I'm only gonna go see it just because it's got Michael Keaton Batman in it. That's the only reason I want to see it.
That's why they put him in there.
Yeah. Because the actor, he's run the
franchise, yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy's going off the deep end. That Ezra Miller, whatever his name.
Yeah. I think I should have used the guy from the TV show and just replaced him.
Yeah. But
I think the fans would have been really good with that. So. Yeah.
Well, I heard a rumor at the end of they're supposed to reset the whole DC universe, and they're going to bring Christian Bale back as Batman.
I don't know. Gunn's definitely going to. He's doing a total reboot. Sounds like. So all the happens. The third Wonder Woman movie apparently has been canceled, and they're wiping it clean, really.
Well, if they do something with Gal Gadot and she's not Wonder Woman, I might have to do something drastic, Gal. I'm sorry. I think she's about the best one since Linda Carter.
How many has there been?
2.
No, actually, Linda Carter wasn't the first.
No,
Wonder Woman.
it wasn't my lifetime anyway.
It was what's her name? Crosby. She had.
Was she a part of a tag team with Stills and Nash?
I forgot. I can't believe I can't think of her first name. But
what Linda was it?
What's that?
Linda.
No.
Oh.
But she did. There was a pilot that she did, or actually, I think it was like a made-for-TV movie, and then it didn't the network didn't pick it up, and then they recast it with Linda Carter, and that's
Yeah,
I want to say I can't remember for sure. I'll have to look it up now. I'm gonna have to.
It's funny he's talking about Adam West. It's all him. I bet Lou Ferrigno says the same thing.
Yeah.
I bet Lou Ferrigno said
it was John.
Kathy Lee Crosby.
Kathy Lee Crosby. Yeah, that's it.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
1974.
I couldn't see her as Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Nor was.
I think they need to reboot Lucy Lawless as Xena.
I always thought if when Lucy Lawless was doing Xena, I thought she would have been a perfect Wonder Woman at the time because she kind of had the height and all for it.
Yeah.
Well, I seen a picture the other day. She's like 56 and don't look like she's aged a day.
I think
there
she'd
you
make
go.
a perfect. I think she'd make a perfect my baby mama, but I don't know.
She could make a good ex-wife for me.
They don't even look like a Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That's about as far off as that.
Yeah,
first
so that's
American movie thing was.
That's what I'm saying. That the outfit wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Wonder Woman from Buck Rogers? Is that what that is?
No, that's like he said, Kathy Lee Crosby. It was 1974.
Yeah, I know.
And then I think the Linda Carter.
That uniform, that way they done that, it looks like something they used in Buck Rogers. They just changed the color and tried to make it.
Yeah, it does in a way. Yeah. I think it was. I guess it was a movie. It was an hour and 15 minutes long.
Wow. And Corey, I love listening to Lou Ferrigno talk about all the green paint and the dye and how long it took him to get it off his skin and stuff like that. Okay.
And they're talking about
he's another guy I'd like to meet. I know people that's met him and actually spent great time with him and stuff, and they just say that he's just as down to earth and nicer guy as you're just ever going to meet in your life. So maybe one day.
But yeah, like I said, y'all give me some pictures and tents. Maybe I can come up with something.
I'll tell you, they wouldn't have went wrong with Kathy Lee Crosby as a Wonder Woman, though. She was a pretty lady.
Yeah.
Well, Gail
probably would have done better as Supergirl with a blonde hair.
Actually, she wasn't the first Wonder Woman. Jane Webb was the first Wonder Woman. She appeared in an episode of The Brady Kids in 1972.
Wow.
And then Linda Carter was in 75, and Kathy Lee Crosby was in 74.
Have y'all seen the previews for this Blue Beetle movie?
The what?
Blue Beetle.
A movie?
Yeah.
I love the Amazon show. I mean, and the cartoon.
Well, it's getting a lot of hate because it kind of went with some woke deal, and he calls Batman fascist in one of the trailers.
Oh.
He hated on Batman. That's what they screwed up.
Yeah, I hate on Batman all the time. So I'm a Homelander fan, so you can't listen to me. That means I'm evil. Yeah, so
you're an evil man.
Yeah.
Well, I
think if majority of people, if they had superpowers like Superman, like Homelander, they would be more like Homelander than they would Superman. Because Homelander, his desire for affection and approval and to be famous and loved and all this stuff, it's like that's more of a natural personality trait for people than the do-gooders that Superman or stuff like that is. So that's just me.
If I was a superhero, my fear, I don't like clowns, so I'd probably be like a superhero version of the Joker.
You don't like clowns?
I don't like the Raymond Barley Bailey circus clowns. Now, evil clowns don't bother me. It's the ones that are all happy go lucky. You don't know what they're doing.
Oh, she like Art the Clown?
Like they're like dressed up like the circus clowns, and the ones I don't like.
So you don't
They're
like
always up to something. Well, Krusty's kind of evil.
Who's kind of evil?
Krusty's kind of evil. And I see Sideshow Bob. That'd be one you need to watch out for.
He was evil.
Like Pennywise don't bother me, but like Bozo, I don't like Bozo.
This my guy.
Yeah.
That dude is freaky, man.
Art.
See, that don't bother me. See that something like that wouldn't bother me.
Is that Marilyn Manson?
No, that's Art the Clown. He's a mix of between Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, and Leatherface. If you put all them in one person, you'd have Art.
I got news for you. Freddy Krueger wouldn't last 15 minutes in one of my dreams.
I imagine not.
Because when I was in Birmingham, they had me a lot of pain medication. I used to have some bad dreams. I can't take pain meds just for that fault. Dismemberment and everything else. Freddy would last 15 minutes in there.
I knew there was something wrong with you.
And also horror movies wouldn't last 15 minutes in the South either. Because I got some artillery around here, reduce Jason to bits and pieces.
Speaking of Freddy, I did a Freddy picture today.
He's hung up.
Cool.
I've been surprised how I've had to explain to people what a dream catcher is.
Oh my goodness.
You kind of sometimes you forget how things that you grew up around and not everybody does. So
well, that's how a dream catcher works. It's supposed to catch nightmares and bad dreams.
yeah.
When we were young, there was probably a dream catcher in every house we walked into.
Yeah.
Hell, there's two in mine right now.
I remember that like it was yesterday. I used to have one hanging on the ceiling fan over my bed.
You have to have the South from all that fried food you eat late at night.
I have no Native American blood in me at all. But my first wife was into the 30s with Cherokee, and of course my kids, y'all have seen Sharky. She's
Cherokee. I bet she had a bad mean streak when she got mad.
They all have bad mean streaks because they get
Seminole women don't, man.
They get that, and from the Scandinavian part of my family. So yeah, they got tempers. We're gonna come with horns and everything else and stuff. But yeah, so I mean, so my girls and stuff are very aware. And when they were young, and I still like to catch them when they can go into powwows and stuff. And I'm like, just grew up around all that. And my stepdad, which I had a stepdad most of my life, his family was Cherokee, all that kind of stuff. So I just grew up. So when I posted that today, and people's like, well, what is that? Is that a spider web or something like that? I'm like, how do you not know what a dream catcher is?
I'll have to show y'all a picture of my great grandmother one day. On my mother's side, she was full-blown Cherokee Indian, and when you see the picture, you'll know.
My great grandmother, she was full-blown Seminole.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of that Cherokee Indian in me as well.
Oh, I got a lot of that Seminole in me too. I can cut myself, and within 2 days I'll be completely healed. And I got type 2 diabetes.
My ancestors were either raiding villages or planting potatoes.
And my other side was Irish Scot, so there you go.
That's how my family came over here. My great 3 times, or however you say it, kind of thing. She came over here as a servant, and her daddy owed some property tax or something like that, and that's how they worked off the deal. She had to do 2 years servant, and she did that kind of stuff. And she had a cousin that did it with her, but she died in the field picking cotton. So I got
maybe you get it. Up, so. Maybe you can go out there to San Francisco and get in on some of that reparation there.
Yeah,
they're doing out there.
We don't need to talk about that. That's got nothing to do with
hey, Hey, I'm thinking about getting me some ancestry and me and finding out myself.
Well, that's what I did. I did that. It was very cool to find out. And my granddad was always, we always just thought he was kind of a racist jerk, but he'd always run around just saying, "You as white as the driven snow. You just as white comes." And then 4 years ago, I got DNA test, and guess what? I'm as white as the driven snow. Norwegian, Scandinavian, German, Irish, and Dutch. That's it. They're like, we actually checked your thing 3 times against the stuff, because we've never seen nobody just pull up 3 areas.
Hey, it's like this. If I get some reparation, man, that's going for toy money, man. So it all ties back into toys.
I got a job for that. I'll take the mule, though, because I think it'd be kind of cool. Have a donkey.
No, not really.
That way, instead of me showing my ass, I can show something else's ass. See, here's a picture of my ass.
I got a big ass.
Yeah, so, but, you know. And we just had it's Palm Sunday coming up? Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, see, you need a donkey. Everybody can ride a donkey to church.
Gas prices going up any higher, we're going to be all riding donkeys.
But yeah, how did we get on this?
I don't know.
We had a starting point somewhere.
Dream catchers.
Dream catchers.
Now I want a donkey. Now I want a donkey to take pictures with the figures. Now, thank you.
That'd be kind of cool.
I can see Rakondo riding a donkey.
I want a big bear figure. I've got the Ursa Major thing. It's okay. Since I need something bigger now, because since I got the cartoon version with the radiated canister and timber, I need a big bear to recreate the scene where Snake Eyes and the bear and Timber and all fight in the cartoon.
Oh, there you go.
Go to what Big Bad Toy Store. They got what I think mutated warriors or something. They're huge. They got like an alligator, but they're gonna come out with a big bear, and you could take the bottom of them off and actually make them look like a real bear without all their weapons and stuff on. I'm just waiting for it to come out.
I don't know how articulation you wanted to go with it, Rick, but the movie that The Rock played in.
Yeah, those are too small.
I saw one the other day with a bear in it that was like this tall.
Yeah, they had rhinos and stuff, and they were really good. But these Super 7 figures are 7 inches tall.
Oh, okay.
And that bear in the cartoon towered over Snake Eyes. So
that's gonna be tough.
I'd probably need like a 10 to a 12 inch.
Standing up, huh?
I know there was a polar bear, but I think there was also a 12-inch G.I. Joe set that had a black bear in it. And
really?
For a 12-inch figure, you could put it up against a 6-inch, and it would look like a grizzly.
Oh yeah,
because I don't think it was much bigger than the figure.
So, and if it had a good pose to it, it could be a static figure, and I could just work around that. It wouldn't have to be articulated at all. But I would just like to recreate that kind of thing. I think it'd be kind of cool, but finding a bear that big and not, paying an arm and a leg for something I'm going to take 2 pictures of and then toss in a tote. So,
What about maybe a bear that's made out of resin or something like that?
That would work too. But like I said, finding something that big. I found a Bigfoot like that. But, I got enough big feet around here. I got a real big foot.
Have you got that Sasquatch Build-A-Figure they had Marvel done a few years ago?
Yep, I sure do.
I got one too if you needed to borrow it.
I took it outside and did some pictures to kind of recapture that their old original video of the Sasquatch watching. I did it in black and white and everything else. People digged it. That was way back, 2015, 16? So
yeah.
That's been a minute.
I think that was when I started collecting Marvel Legends after I got semi-retired there.
Semi-retired?
Yeah. Gangrene in the blood ain't great.
No, it's not. No.
So I had to get a hobby to do. That's when I got back off into this. what was the white one they done here a while back? It's the same thing as a Sasquatch, but it's all white. Yeah, I got it too.
Yeah.
I was going through all my stuff in my bins, seeing what I could find for fodder and this, that, and other. And I also got the X-Men. What's that? What's the guy that looks like his baby with the white hair? Big boy, tough guy.
Oh yeah, strong boy,
strong boy. Yeah, strong guy. Yeah, I got him too, and like I like the wave. I just didn't like him.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not an X-Men fan, so it was a hard pass for me. So
I am far as X-Men the Jim Lee's era.
Yeah,
mostly the cartoon show. I'm glad you said something. I got a offer out on a morph on Facebook Marketplace.
Now, I did complete that morph. I don't have, but I did try to complete the I guess it's called the Blue Team now from the 90s cartoon. So
yeah, I got him complete. Only thing I need is him. That's the only one I need. I went cheap and got the Lovers 3-pack when it come out because I wouldn't go give no $80 for a Cyclops or a 60 for a Jean Grey.
Yeah. Well, I got it too. I got it on sale for like $25. So
I think 150 won't even touch that 3-pack now.
I know. Of course, people cringe when they see that I crack that stuff open and start taking pictures. So.
I mean, I open majority of my stuff too. Looking around, the only thing I ain't got open is the reason being I bought two of them is that 40-year anniversary Masters of the Universe He-Man, and I got one of them still in the box.
That's a good figure.
Yeah,
nice figure.
And I think it'd be worth. I keep meaning to pick a second one up just to keep in the package like that.
Well, I lied to you. I also got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze Super Shredder, and it's because he won't fit on my shelf, my cabinets, because he's like 8 inches tall.
Wow.
But other than that, I always open my stuff. Other than that,
there ain't a whole lot coming out this year, Marvel Legends wise. I really kind of want. So
me either. Just that Puff Adder wave there, and I ordered the Aunt May and Dr. Ock 2-pack.
Yeah, that did look pretty good.
Because it's got the bendy wire arms, and I ain't got an Aunt May, so. Other than that,
comic Aunt May myself if I was going to get an Aunt May though instead.
Well, she's the animated version.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If
from the 90s cartoon.
Because I strictly stick with the animated stuff. Then some of the comics, some of the animated stuff looks a lot like the comic version. So like the lizard on the retro card was supposed to be like from the animated series, but it makes a perfect lizard for the vintage 1960s look. I mean, that's how he looked in the first issues.
Yeah, I got him too. It looks better with the head with the tongue on it. The only
I like the Build-A-Figure better.
Yeah, everybody does. I ain't paying the Build-A-Figure price. The Build-A-Figure for the lizard.
Oh yeah. The Build-A-Figure is pretty good.
The only thing as far as I love Spider-Man. The only thing for Spider-Man villains I don't want, I wanted a good animated version of Kraven the Hunter, but they didn't give us one. I hated that one Walmart come out with, or this Walmart exclusive.
Didn't they just do one?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Well, I seen it. I didn't like.
To me, the best one was the one from the 2-pack. That I think it was it Toys R Us? They had the Spider-Man in 2-pack, but it looked like it looked like the early days when he had the kind of skin tight pants. Because the single pack when it come out, he had more like it was more modern look.
It was from the comic book run where he was hunting the black suited spider. I think the other figure was actually a black suited Spider-Man in that pack.
Right. It was based off the death of Kraven, the storyline from back in the late 80s.
Now I got a craving. It's one I got from Total Nostalgia. It come with a Builder figure piece. I can't remember what. I think it's Rhino, not Rhino. Yeah, it was Rhino.
Yeah.
But I got a.
But like I said, that's more of a modern craving because he's got on like normal pants and all instead of those.
Yeah.
Instead of those leopard skin spandex type pants that he wore back in the original comics.
Well, and the animated one kind of looked like that, but the face sculpt on that thing is just garbage. So I passed on it. The only thing I got from that Joe Con, I got a Big Ben and one Range Viper. And I wasn't too crazy with the Range Viper because he looks like a monster or something other.
That's to instill fear into his opponent.
And I swear, if G.I. Joe goes zombie, I'm done. I'll take it back. I ain't gonna tell that lie.
I like them, man. I like them.
If that happens, I'm gonna go back and get Walking Dead.
Be in 6-inch scale.
Yeah.
I think it could get the detail in it. And it would be a pretty cool figure.
I was telling Shane earlier. I think Alf notched out my Serpentor for my figure of 2023.
I have still not seen one of those in stores anywhere, man.
What's it, Alf?
Yeah, I have looked everywhere.
I went to go get some stuff to wash clothes with over in Florence Day while I was over there and found one in Florence and Walmart in Florence. That was the only one I had. And I've been looking everywhere, but Target's supposed to have a bunch of them that Target find. And they never just show up over just Target in Florence because I reckon they're going through their remodeling phase. They just ain't putting stuff on the shelves.
I bet they're holding a lot of product. Like we was talking about earlier, I bet they're holding a lot of new product back until they get done with that remodel.
Well, when's the last time you went over, Shane?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Well, they got the NECA stuff split in half. Some of it's over the toys, and some of it's over where they got the new electronics out.
Yeah, that's the same way in Decatur. They have some of the NECA stuff in the toy aisle, and then some over in electronics.
Now they had the little Toon Terrors out, but I didn't want none of them.
I think those would be kind of nice. Yeah, see, I got that Bigfoot. I tried to redo the old classic black and white video and stuff. So
that's sweet, man.
That's cool.
I took them outside by the swamp, stuff. So yeah,
Well,
that was a good build figure to have. I was glad to have.
Yeah. My buddy Eric, he looks like a Sasquatch, but he lives in Iowa now, and I told him that's him. And I reckon I'll be the kingpin. I'll just have to shave my head. Now, as far as I'd like to get a hold of another Tiger Force Duke for customs in the bike, but I went over today and every one of them was gone.
Well, Decatur still had them.
Yeah, they got. I left 2 over there.
The only thing I had over there, they had plenty of the Python Patrol bats and alley vipers.
Well, Shane, I still ain't paid you for that one. If you Corey, you want to buy that off Shane, then you can. Because the guy I was going to get it for don't want it. So,
what's that? What the Duke?
Yeah.
I'll meet up when you get it then, Shane.
All right.
Because
works.
He said he already got it. I thought about getting one and just holding on to it and leaving it in the box, kind of thing.
Because I plan stripping it down. I'm gonna make a alley viper, put some alley viper colors on it for an alley viper.
The Duke or the bike?
No, the bike.
Oh, yeah.
The Duke. I don't know what I'll do with him because
I think that Duke is amazing.
I do too, man.
I mean, after opening up these Tiger Force guys, I'm liking them, man. I really am.
Y'all seen what I've done with that extra Recondo? I made the farmer's guy. Now I like them with the ball pegs and their the ball joints in the neck. You heat them if their neck won't fit or if it's too long. You just heat them up, pull them out, and get you some sticky tack, and bam, you're done. So that's what I've done to him, and And I took some pictures and sent Rick last night of my bone crusher. Then I started pulling out the rest of my reavers, and like I said, I need Pretty Boy now because I made a custom Reese out of a gung ho, and I had Bone Breaker. I mean not Bone Breaker, but the other one there, Skull Buster. And I got Lady Deathstrike. That last one come out in the Villains pack. I know we was talking back here a while back about the Red Skull. I think the best one come out of that Villains pack looks just like one from the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
I got him too. I know Rick made a custom Cobra Commander out of one.
That wave was one of the best waves that they've done in a long time.
Yeah, I basically done it for the wave and ended up selling the builder figures. I didn't like the builder figure.
If Baron Zemo had took the place of the Future Foundation Doctor Doom, or the Secret Wars Doctor Doom, whatever he is, and they could have made the Doctor Doom the Walgreens exclusive and put Baron Zemo, then you would have had all classic villains in that way.
Yeah, that's the only one I don't like is Baron Zemo. And I'm hoping I'll run up on him sometime. Next time I'm up at Total Nostalgia somewhere there.
Did they redo this Vulture figure?
They did. They done it in a single, like a deluxe figure, with a little different paint scheme.
Yeah, I ended up getting that. Now I seen a lot of people was taking it apart and using it for a custom General Hawk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that the stuff on it, I don't know. And did it come with a helmetless head? I don't remember. I guess I need to look it up.
No, it didn't come with a helmet head. It come with just basically what you see right there.
Just kind of another Hasbro repaint.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Basically just to build a figure, they just repainted it and put it.
But see, it's got these straps across here that's not removable. General Hawk didn't have those.
Right.
Now, if you could do away with one, you could put that and then put like a pistol there because he had a pistol there.
Right.
I don't know. You might. Some people might work some magic with it, but I don't see a General Hawk there. But
I thought about trying it because Ollie's over in Florence at one time had a ton of them, just of the old ones. I thought about doing it, but I decided because of what they're talking about, you have to split the torso, and I hate when you start having to split the torso.
Yeah, that's the bad old days.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't want food with. I was over at Ollie's today, and they didn't have nothing except for only thing I had over. And I thought about getting was like a retro John Cena. Then I talked myself out of it. I think I got two. I got two, and that's one too many.
Well, I don't want an action figure I can't sit and look at. So,
I can't see him. I get that. Most all my Raspberry stuff's in the living room.
Talking about John Cena
do I?
and his new shirt that he come out with, y'all think we're going to see a John Cena in the classified line?
The G.I. Joe thing? I hope not.
I think
do. I think you're going to see him real soon because I'm going to build him.
I think that's where we're headed with that right there. Because that was Hasbro approved shirt and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise because I mean they done it back in the 80s with Sergeant Slaughter and Refrigerator Perry. So I mean, why not do it now? You know.
Well, Cena's a long way from filling Sergeant Slaughter's shoes.
Yeah.
I gotta get my hand on that Hulk Hogan where already rocking the camo pants and stuff from War Games.
Yeah, I saw that. I ain't seen it in person, but I saw pictures of it.
I have to.
So, what do y'all think about that new Super 7 3-pack with Destro and Cobra Commander and the Baroness?
I want a classified version.
Have y'all seen the pictures of them?
With the Baroness in the nurse outfit.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Commander dressed like.
And I'm gonna have to go back and watch them episodes again. I don't remember Destro being in the like a construction worker, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a construction worker. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch them. It's been a while since I watched the cartoon.
I've not seen the price on them. Have you guys seen the price on them though?
I hadn't.
I heard they're way up there, but I have not seen the price myself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say at least $100.
I don't think they're that much. But
I'm gonna say 70.
I'm thinking probably 70. That's what I'm thinking. Probably around 70.
I'm thinking around $70, $75.
Because what the sled with the old man that saved Snake Eyes and the dog sled went at about $70 retail.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they had a whole lot more to it though. So
it's hard to say with them. You know what?
Yeah.
What's the timeline on these HISS tanks?
Fall.
I want my Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander.
So, also talking about the HISS tank. Had y'all seen the leaked photo of the supposed HasLab?
With
Which one?
the mask.
Mask truck? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
the what?
Mask.
The
Rhino, is it what it's called?
right. The diesel, the big rig.
Oh, Lord, I hope not.
That's what I saw. Supposedly it's a leaked photo. I'll see if I can find it real quick.
What
Which
about the?
I would definitely be on board with a 6-inch scale mask. Masks. But I don't know.
But that thing, if that's 6-inch, that's going to be $1,000 starting off with, man. Because that thing, it's going to be much bigger than the HISS tank.
Well, here's what gets me: WWE already makes a tractor.
There it is.
And it's like $49.
Y'all see the picture of it?
I wonder if it's 6-inch or if it's going to be 3 3/4 or the 4-inch 25th style.
Yeah, that's something else that'll probably bomb.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's mask, man.
Yeah, mask got a pretty big following.
And there it is. That's what I'm talking about.
These are
Depending on
$65.
How much?
65.
65. We weren't far off.
That's about little over $20 a piece. So
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it come with a big diorama thing and everything with it.
That's it.
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but we're past time.
Yeah. Well, that's because Johnny Carson ain't telling us to shut up yet. So.
Sorry, my bad. It was a really great show. But thanks everybody for watching. Everybody keep Dave in your prayers. We're praying for you, Dave. Hope you get better soon, man.
Yeah. Take it easy, Dave.
Next week, Sunday's Easter, so we're gonna skip next week's episode. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna give it Easter
Monday.
off. I know y'all would rather spend time with us and you had your families, but come on, it's Easter, guys. So
We are our family.
Yeah.
After Easter services, I'll probably go toy hunting. Shane, I'll get up with